Hey, 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 I am here with my new friend Brenda. She's a lot of fun, super, super smart and beautiful. I'm so excited. Now, I know that we've chatted a little bit about, your company and stuff like that, but I want to share you with my friend. So, would you mind just telling me a little bit about your history? And then I know we're going to talk about what's been going on with entrepreneurs, during this pandemic. And you've got like some three thoughts about that and there's three stages and things like that. So would you mind telling us a little about you?
Hey, Erica, thanks for having me today. I'm super excited about this.
Yay!
So my background is actually in graphic design. So I'm a visual brand. I guess they would call me an expert after 30 some years. But
Yes.
so I help a lot of small business entrepreneurs and business owners, economic development leaders to brand themselves, basically. But what I've done, I'm multi-passionate, So the last couple of years, I got into coaching and I got into success coaching. And I did that because one of my companies, I've had 5 companies over my career. I
She's
know.
an expert, guys, an expert,
Oh,
okay?
yeah. No, but one of the companies I had, basically just ground me into the ground. I mean, I loved it. It was a company that I had both online and offline. It was completely entrepreneurial focused. It was called the Success for Business. And I did an expo every year and I did an online consortium with mentoring and the whole bit. So as you guys know, if you're an entrepreneur, a solopreneur, whatever you wear a lot of hats, right? You are juggling your marketing, your sales, your promotions, your work, everything is on you. So at the time, I had my graphic design business and I had my other business. That other business was at least full-time, if not more, plus the other bit. So after 5 years, I went into burnout and I just couldn't do it anymore by myself. I tried to get a partner. I tried to sell it. I tried to do everything. It just didn't work. So I finally had to say goodbye to one of my dreams, which made me sick to my stomach.
But
But
that was your baby,
it was my baby, and it was growing every year. It was growing and growing and growing, but I was so stressed about it, I just couldn't keep up to it. So I had to say goodbye to it. And what happened after that was, you know how you kind of go into, well, maybe you don't know, but what happened to me is I kind of went into this hibernation for a couple of weeks. I felt lost. I didn't really know what to do. I was angry. I was upset. But one thing that happened afterwards was I started to ask myself, what did you get from it? And what do you really want to do? Right? And so that enabled me to see clearly that I wanted to keep helping entrepreneurs. And I love the mentoring and the training aspect because I spoke at this expo, I mentored at this expo, I facilitated, and I love doing all of that. So I ended up taking my coaching certification, and now I coach entrepreneurs, and it fills my cup. I love it. I still do the graphics, of course, because that is, my original passion. But I do love helping entrepreneurs get unstuck, get clear on their goals, and, mitigate the things like overwhelm and procrastination and all that good stuff. So for me, it fills my cup, and I'm energized by it each and every day. And really, isn't that what we want to be in our business? We want to be energized, right? And excited to get up in the morning.
Absolutely. Now, let me ask you this. So, what is it about entrepreneurs that just gives you that energy and you're like, I love working with them? Like, what is it about the entrepreneur spirit, or what do you love about entrepreneurs? Is it the mindset, seeing those wheels turn, or seeing the
Yeah,
success, or all of the
yeah.
above?
Seeing the wheels turn, because you know what? If you're a corporate boss or if you work in a big corporation, you've got people to help you. You've got boards you can go to. You've got, all these people underneath you that can help you get to where you want to go. Entrepreneurs don't have that. We don't have any of that. It's all on our own. So when I can get an aha moment out of somebody that I coach and work with, that makes me so happy because I know that they've learned something, they've been inspired, and really that it is, like you say, the entrepreneurial spirit.
The new word. Only entrepreneurs know it. It's in our dictionary, our private dictionary.
But it is that spirit, right? That is so fresh. And I mean, it's a really unique area to be in, I think, because everything's new and everything's exciting each and every day because we have so many hats that we have to balance.
Oh, I love it. I love it so much. And then I guess we should talk about what you've noticed, right? Or what's been occurring with entrepreneurs, during this pandemic time.
Well, it's crazy. A lot has changed in the last year,
I know. It's
right?
amazing. It's like, where did the year go? In one point, and the other part, it's like, whoa, did we just do all this in 1 year? Now it just shows us what's possible when we're forced to do things, right?
I know my mind gets blown every single day, I have to tell you. But you know what? I, I've come to realize that really there's probably more, but in my life, there's three different phases of being an entrepreneur. And the one phase is what I like to call the groundhog phase.
Okay, like that. Groundhog
And this is
phase. Okay.
Groundhog Day.
Yes.
Okay, so you wake up and it's the same day, the same day, the same day, right? It's
Yeah.
where you're just existing, right? It's the same day after day after day, and nothing changes. There's no joy. We don't challenge ourselves. It's just an existence. It's a job, right? So that's the groundhog phase. The
Okay.
next phase that I see is that I'll call it the teetering phase.
I love it.
I look at
From
these words as
groundhog
I go.
to teeter.
So this is where we're just exhausted from doing everything. Um, we're putting in all the hard work, we're putting out all the fires, we're working long hours, we're working weekends, we're living on the edge of burnout, basically. And unless something happens, we are sliding down that slope really quickly, and we're teetering on the edge between business existence and non-existence. Our stress levels are high, we're overwhelmed, and we live a scattered life not knowing what our next move is. So that's what I call the teetering phase.
That makes sense.
Does
That
it?
makes
Okay, good.
sense. Yes.
You're keeping
Okay.
in my head.
I love it.
And the next phase is a phase that we should all aim to be, and that's a rejuvenation phase. It's where we continue to figure it out. We embrace how to adjust in this new world, right? And it takes a dedication to learning, it takes commitment, and it takes accountability for the goals we want and the goals we need to undertake. So those are the three. And if we could all get into that rejuvenation phase, we're going to be laughing. But so many of us are stuck in our challenges. And we have a lot of challenges right now as entrepreneurs, right? I mean, the rules have changed, for one thing. The rules have changed for most of us. Everyone or almost everyone is now working from home. Hello.
Yes.
I always have, but a lot
Me
of people
too.
haven't. A lot of people haven't.
Right.
And if that's not challenging enough, balancing all that, a lot of people are also dealing with others who depend on them, right? At home as well, whether it be kids, spouses, parents, whatever it is. Boundaries are blurred and distractions are really high.
Oh, yeah.
Right? I mean, yourself, you've got, you're a mom and dealing with all that. My kids are grown up. Well, they're teenagers. One's still living here, but I mean, I have a spouse I have to manage.
I know. I hear ya.
And you know what? The expectations are a lot higher, I think, that are placed on us. For a lot of entrepreneurs, not knowing how to manage their new day, this new day,
Yeah.
They're working longer, their energy is depleted, and really at the end of the day, all they want to do is crawl up into a ball and watch Netflix with
Yes.
a pail of popcorn or ice cream.
Yes. Or ice cream.
Ice cream, chocolate,
Yeah.
whatever it
Oh, you
is,
know I love my chocolate. Yes.
right? And so many people, I think, are just wanting to do that. I know I've coached a lot of people that just, I had to drag them off the couch saying, come on, let's do it. It is time, Netflix will be there.
What do you think it is, though, that stops people? Because I coach a lot of people as well, and I'm surprised, though, if they have debt piling up and they just need to make these little shifts to move the needle.
Right?
What is, like, they're frozen, like an ice sculpture or a mannequin, like they can't move. What
Well, it's
is it that
fear.
it takes to change that?
Yeah, it's a lot of it's fear, fear of the unknown, fear of failure, heck, fear of success,
Yeah.
right? I mean, that enters into a lot of people's minds, and that never mind the mindset, your inner critic that keeps harping at you, that you can't do it. It didn't work out last time. Why do you think it should work out this time? This is completely out of your realm. You can't compete with so and so. You can't keep up. Just give up and wait. Wait for it to get back to normal. Right.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people are doing that. I
Oh,
mean, look at everybody and their dog is online right now.
yeah.
Right. And that's not changing anytime soon.
Right.
We have gotten comfortable with purchasing online, with our meetings being online, and we're trying to get comfortable with the thought of selling and building our network online. It can be overwhelming, right? Especially if you're not, or especially if you are feeling scattered and distracted and alone, because entrepreneurship is a
Lonely.
lonely existence
It
sometimes.
is very lonely. Yes.
So the expectations are different right now for a lot of us. And because of this, people are experiencing a lot of doubt. Like I said, there's still a lot of fear. And let's face it, without the ability to get out there and see people face to face, there's a lot of that loneliness and self-doubt that happens. Because when there's fear and doubt and confusion, a lot of goals, a lot of those business building goals go to the wayside, right? They get stuffed in that drawer. I like to call that drawer of forgotten goals, with all the socks.
Exactly.
Well,
The missing socks.
that's where people place their forgotten goals,
Yeah.
to be looked at later. And how many of us have so many goals in that drawer still, just waiting to come out and but we don't, because we just can't get to them. We don't allow ourselves to get to them, right? Without the ability or the energy to meet our goals, we go back into that groundhog phase. And it's
Mm-hmm.
easy to get comfortable rather than press outside of your comfort zone. If we're
Yes.
scattered or in doubt and unable to hit our goals, what do? We beat ourselves up. Right? We
And we
hide.
just try to forget it. Like we're like the horsey with the blinders. Like we don't have a business.
No.
I'm an entrepreneur today.
Right? Everything's normal. Everything's normal.
Yeah.
Everything's normal. Well, it's not.
Right. It's
It's
not.
not normal. And people, as they wait for things to get back to normal, now they're playing small. They're hiding,
Oh, yes.
right?
That
But
kills me as a woman to see other women playing small because
yeah,
of fear. And it's just like, wow, because I'm in that other phase, the rejuvenation phase. Like I got it
yeah,
planned out. It's good. And I want that for others. And I know you do too, because once they get to that, they don't realize how much easier their life will be. They'll have their systems, their time. They'll have that time freedom that they started the business for. But they have to
exactly.
put in the effort, right?
Exactly. And you have to be clear on those goals. You have to be clear on what effort you're going to put in, right? Because things are never going to be the same as it was pre-pandemic. We're going to be online more. People's expectations, and it's changed, and it's changed forever. Whether it's for the good or the bad, I guess that depends what your outlook is.
Right.
But I don't know, we have to adapt. And I think in order to make it through and succeed and to build, we have to start to be comfortable with being uncomfortable, at least for a while, right?
Yeah.
At least until it begins to feel familiar.
Brenda, I'm so sorry.
I love that. I love that.
It's uncomfortable. On cue.
That was really on cue, wasn't it? Oh,
But
that's
that's
cute.
the life of an entrepreneur. Something like that happens and you just kept going, right? We just
Fun.
pivot. And that's exactly what she's saying, guys. It's just to get comfortable. Things are not predictable, but like nothing really bad happened, right?
No,
you know,
no.
and I want to know from you, what do you think it is that holds people back from wanting to show up online? Do you think they're self-conscious about people judging them or maybe their own appearance? Or what do you think is there a main thing that you come across consistently, or it's just a bunch of different things?
I think I think they compare themselves a lot to people who are already doing it.
Okay.
And because they can't be perfect, they're not going to be perfect right away, they put off. They put it off, they put it off because they're scared of looking bad. They're scared of failure. They're scared of not knowing, people thinking that they don't know what they're talking about. Right? There's a lot of fear there. But you know what? This is where it can be really helpful if you have somebody to be accountable to, right? Somebody to share your goals, somebody to cheer you on, somebody to brainstorm with, right? We all
Yes.
need those cheerleaders in our life. Like
Yes.
we all need that.
And you
And
need someone who's been there and done it and who can guide you, right? Because I see people showing up online and all of a sudden they're a coach and they didn't do the work. Like you have that knowledge, those emotions, all that. And so if someone's looking for a coach, please look into make sure that they know what they're talking. They walk the walk, right? I
well,
think that's
follow them a little bit, right?
yes,
Follow them a little bit and make sure that you identify with what they talk about, basically. But you know what? If you can find accountability and find a way to get through this and get to those goals, it it will do nothing but calm that inner critic. If you've been dealing the past year with this tapping in your head that tells you you can't do it, you're not good enough, you'll never be good enough. Don't you remember back in second grade what happened? Right? Like
yeah,
it's crazy and it's debilitating. So if you can find people that can help to cheer you on, hold you accountable to those goals, your confidence is going to soar and you're going to hush that inner critic right back down again.
I
Absolutely.
love that. Now, how often do you work with someone? Is this like a one-on-one thing, or what do you do with people?
Yeah, so a couple things. So one-on-ones are always really popular, and there's a bunch of different packages for that. I also do group programs. So once a year, I do my 60-day recharge program. It's an 8-week program. Charge themselves and in their business. The one I've got coming up is a Chaos to Clarity Mastermind. And I don't know if you've got that up there. Awesome.
I'm
Look at
on
you
the
go. You
ball
are on
because
the
I'm
ball.
rejuvenated. Nothing's
I
clogging
love
my
it.
noggin.
I love it. Yeah. I mean, if you guys want to go into rejuvenation phase, I don't know if you've ever been involved in a mastermind before, but that first mastermind for me was a turning point. It allowed me to have access to a group that supported me, that helped to build me up. They gave me advice and feedback, and a group that I learned a lot from. And the cool thing is that I was able to help each other as to help
You help
others.
others, yeah.
That's the word I wanted. I was able to help others as well with my own experience, which is unique to everybody. And when I can do that, it makes me feel good, right? It makes me feel empowered, I guess. And just knowing that helps raise my confidence.
Absolutely.
So,
And it validates that you have something unique to offer. So when those others are like, wow, Brenda, I didn't think about that. And then you're like, oh, oh, and I know you're standing taller when you got off of that call. I'm a genius. I
uh,
helped somebody, right?
well, I have had people say it's changed their lives.
I'm
This
sure, yeah.
mastermind has changed their lives. So I am really proud of that. And that's why I love posting testimonials on my website, because so many people are so generous with their comments. And it's just really nice to share the love, right? So
Yes.
yeah,
Oh,
I mean,
I love that.
if
Sorry,
you
say it again.
what's that?
I lost you for a second. What did you say after the comments?
Yeah, just, I mean, for those who are serious and wanting to close that gap and get into that rejuvenation phase,
The
right?
best place to be.
The best place to be, right? This mastermind starts on May 5th. It's called the Chaos to Clarity Mastermind,
Love
and
it.
it covers 5 different topics. The power of clarity, right? How to achieve revenue producing goals with
Oh,
ease.
oh, I like that.
Yeah. 3 keys to momentum. So, productivity techniques and success habits.
Oh, I love
Um,
that.
making peace with your inner critic. So
Oh,
that you
that's
can,
important.
yeah, so you can seize opportunities and make confident decisions. And
Oh,
then
yeah.
class 4, we talk about combating overwhelm and procrastination and start seeing real progress again in your business. And then class 5 is a fun class everybody loves. It's creative idea and solution generation. So it inspires that competitive marketing advantage. And those are the 5 classes. And I love doing it. People love taking it. And if you ever want to experience masterminds, or maybe just get on a call with me, just go to the page, the link that Erica's got up there, and see what you think. And like I said, if you want to book a call with me, I believe there's a button on there as well to do that.
All right. Love
But
it.
can I give away a free gift today,
I
Erica?
was going to say, gifts are my love language.
I
So
know they are. I
I
know
think,
they
is
are.
this what you said? You've
Yeah,
got something killer.
right? So I love sharing productivity, time saving techniques. And this sheet will help you to go through your day point by point, step by step. And then it's got a checklist on the other side as well. So a
Oh,
monthly
genius.
checklist that you can print off month by month and just go click, 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 and watch your confidence rise, watch your productivity go through the roof. You're going to love it.
I'm going to, when I watch the replay, I'm writing this down. I'm getting that for me. That's awesome. I love that. Oh my gosh. And one last thing is, if somebody would be on the fence, for the mastermind, what advice, if they're watching right now and they're like, you sound like me, you sound like me, and then they're like, oh, I don't know if I should do it. I don't know if I'm worthy. I'm not sure if my kids need me, my husband, I have to work. What is the advice that you can look into the camera and look in her eyes or his eyes and tell
Okay.
them?
If you are too busy, you are perfect for this mastermind, because this mastermind is going to help clean up your mess. It's going to help you to come up with new solutions. It's going to help you with support. It's going to help you to stay accountable to those goals that you're trying to get to, but you just can't. And the difference between masterminds and a coaching program, my recharge program, is that masterminds give you the ability to share. They give you the ability to, they call them hot seats, but don't let that word scare you. You get the floor each and every class to talk about the things that are tripping you up, to talk about any challenges you're facing, or just to talk about an idea you have, or an idea that you're trying to perfect, or whatever, right? And that's the beauty of masterminds, is that everybody is an expert in there and everybody learns off of one another. And that's why I love them so much.
And then you're with like-minded people, because sometimes we have,
Mhm.
friends and family who are, they mean well, but if they haven't walked in that entrepreneur shoes or in your particular business, then you really shouldn't be taking advice from them if they're
Right?
not doing it. So now you're going to have all these people there to cheer you on and to help you to problem solve, right? And they're going to leave this mastermind with clarity, right? And I'm
Wow.
assuming they're in action. They're going to be, they have the steps
Oh
and they're going
yeah,
to be creating massive action, right?
absolutely. And right now, I think, well, this is live. So right now, early bird's on till Thursday, the 15th.
Oh, nice.
So you save like $100. I'm just
Oh,
saying,
hurry up. Don't go pee. Do
and
it now. Oh, I love it. Okay, so this is the killer routine, and let me just pop up that website real quick. So you have till Thursday the 15th to get $100 off, and so don't stop, don't do anything. Just go to the website now, and it's. I mean, it's totally worth it. So Brenda's a genius. So you want to be in her space.
oh, okay.
Well, any closing things before we go that you want to mention?
I don't think so. I just really, I love you, Erica, and I love your
Oh,
energy. And I'm just
thank you.
really happy to be here to talk about my love, which is entrepreneurship.
Oh, thank you. And we met online. So if anyone's like, I don't know about this online thing, we just happened to be in a group together and now we're like
Mhm.
besties. So, yeah, so, don't be afraid of that online because you don't know what's in store for you, right?
That's
Well,
true.
goodbye, everyone. Please run to her website, sign up, get that $100 savings, and, get that freebie. I'll pop that up as we say goodbye.
Bye, everybody.